The idea that Russian bias exists in War Thunder has been around for a while now, as long as I can remember in fact. Back in 2015, the belief that Gaijin had some sort of nationalist streak, and more specifically, one that greatly influenced how they model and balanced vehicles, was pretty common. Most players don't believe that now, primarily because, frankly, players have gotten a lot better at the game, and the vehicle ecosystem has expanded massively since then. It became a bit of a meme, to the point where even Gaijin poked fun at it, giving out a title called Master of Russian Bias to those that purchased a specific Russian vehicle pack. So it's pretty obvious what Gaijin themselves think of that theory, but is there anything to suggest it might be true? I didn't think this would be a video topic I would have to explore, given I think it's pretty straightforward, but apparently the idea of Russian bias is more popular than I anticipated. Maybe it resurfaced with all the additions to Russia's top tier lineup. Honestly, who knows? But let's cut to the chase. If you ask me, no. I don't think Russian bias exists in War Thunder. Now let me explain why. Back when I was starting the game, the idea of Russian bias is something I actually believed in. During that time, I was mostly playing the German tree, and T-34 seemed blatantly overpowered. They were mobile, their armor was effective, and their cannons pretty much always one-shot. I even made a video playing the T-34, to show off how supposedly broken it was. Of course, the more I played the game, the more I realized it was my lack of skill, not the developer's national origin, which was having an impact. So if I had to guess, I imagine the majority of these claims come from newer players who probably don't know what they're doing. It could very much be a situation similar to the Tiger, where they blame poor performance on external factors, though we can still deconstruct the overall argument. One of the primary conspiracy theories is that Gaijin models Russian tanks to be overpowered to appeal to the Russian market. It's pretty funny, because apparently the Russian forums say the exact same thing, just reversed, calling Gaijin NATO shills. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Not only is Russia's tech tree generally pretty average, but just because someone is from a certain nation doesn't mean they're guaranteed to play that nation in a game. Like I said, I started out playing Germany in 2015, then I moved to Russia, and after that, finally started maining the US tech tree, primarily because I simply find US tanks more interesting. Secondly, while making a vehicle overpowered in the short term would lead to increased profits, in the long term, it would probably just lead to a decline. I don't know about the rest of you, but I find it pretty boring to play a game in which there is no challenge. That's what happened with the Harrier GR1. I played it for a video, laughed at how overpowered it was, and I haven't touched it since. Even if the Russian market didn't get bored of having overpowered vehicles, you're trading one market for basically the entire rest of the world, assuming that everyone is nationalistic and only plays their own nation. In every way, the supposed strategy is self-defeating. Another theory is that it's some harebrained propaganda scheme, trying to make Russian tanks appear better than they actually are. First of all, I sincerely hope that no one informs their opinion on tanks from War Thunder. Second, outside of actual tank crewmen, who cares if their nation's tank isn't actually the greatest in reality? Is it supposed to be some weird point of national pride, where every piece of that nation's hardware has to be the absolute best? Third, even if everyone does inform their opinion with War Thunder, and everyone does care about which nation's tanks are the greatest, what has Gaijin gained? What could possibly be worth a potential customer loss? So a few more people think Russian tanks are better. What are they gonna do? Immediately go invest in Russia's military industry? Is Putin going to give Gaijin a quarterly bonus? No, it doesn't serve any purpose. I would hope that no sane person acts like that, but given that this theory exists in the first place, I guess that just proves me wrong. Every tank in War Thunder is overperforming and underperforming to some degree. Russian tanks aren't special. Is that to say some Russian tanks aren't overpowered? No, but that goes for every other nation in the game too. Gaijin does have an underlying business strategy, and it does involve overpowered vehicles, but it isn't nation exclusive. The most overpowered nation in the game changes multiple times per year, so Gaijin can maximize their profits. By revolving nations and keeping everything in the short term, it can be blamed on inadequate BR placement. A nation gets an overpowered toy, people rush to buy it, Gaijin nerfs it, rinse and repeat. It's a pretty shady practice, but at least it doesn't favor one nation in particular. I usually just avoid certain BR brackets when they pull it. Like I said, I really didn't think that Russian bias was a topic I needed to explore, but with War Thunder's player base, you never know. As always, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.